Good afternoon, Democrats. Today is Tuesday, the 27th day of September. We are very, very quickly moving toward midterm elections, and I hope that you're feeling the same excitement that we are here in Oklahoma City. I should explain that I'm Scott Hamilton, not Alicia Andrews, as you were expecting. She's actually on her way to speak at Grove this evening to the good folks in the northern part of the state. And I know that they're anxious to hear what she has to say. And we tried to connect en route, and it didn't look like, well, maybe we have her. I'm going to check on that. But before I do, I am so excited to share something with you folks because this is our newest commercial, and you're going to be seeing a lot online. So I'm anxious for you to see it now. So take a look at this.
A new day is dawning in Oklahoma as we invest nearly $2 billion to rebuild our state. Oklahomans will go to better paying jobs at rebuilt industrial parks. Their water will be cleaner. They'll watch airplanes take off from better airports. New broadband internet will connect rural Oklahoma to the rest of us. Kids will have more places to play. And if they get hurt, their nearby hospitals will be open again. Who can we thank for this historic investment? Not Kevin Stitt. He's too busy bragging about saving when he should have invested in our future. We can't thank Oklahomans in Washington. They all voted against the American Rescue Plan. So, thanks, Joe, for taking care of Oklahoma when Republicans wouldn't.
You see why I'm excited with that, right? Because we are all about getting our message out to everyone that will possibly listen to us. And I want to say a very special word of thanks to Representative Andy Fugate for making that happen. Andy is just one of my favorite people. He's a terrific legislator and just such a great friend of the party. He's more than a Democrat. He's a Democrat that stands up for Democrats and Republicans and independents, everyone in the state. So he's a great guy, and I hope that you will want to share that. It's available on the Oklahoma Democratic Party's Facebook page, and feel free to share it widely with your friends. Well, yesterday, Alicia was talking to us about how safe and secure our elections are in Oklahoma. Now, as you know, the big lie continues to be peddled by a whole cadre of Republicans, those in elected positions in some of the highest offices in the country, as well as local leaders. I shouldn't even call them local leaders. I'll call them local elected people. But the lies about an election being stolen, the lies about our elections being easy to take advantage of, that there is zero truth to that. All of the court cases confirm that. And to drive that point home, our guest today is someone that I absolutely adore working with. She is so bright and so committed to the party. Please help me welcome to the Chairs Daily Live, Megan Cruz. Megan, I'm so happy you could join us today.
Oh, I'm so glad to be here. So glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Well, you have been a poll worker for some time, correct?
Yep, I did poll. I worked several elections, and then I was able to start teaching new poll workers.
I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask you to stop for 1 second. I believe we have Alicia. We're going to try this one time, and no, we don't. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
That's quite all right. When we first got the new machines in Oklahoma, I was able to teach poll workers, how to use the new machines. And we were the first state to have every county use the same machine. They're extraordinarily safe. A great product, and now I get to sit um, and help process ballots and certify elections at the Tulsa County Election Board.
Now, let me ask you from your personal experience,
Mhm.
how secure are Oklahoma's elections?
Oh, incredibly. I'm incredibly proud. They work the team at the Tulsa County Election Board and all over the state work incredibly hard and then work incredibly well together. And it's a well-oiled machine. They've been doing it for quite some time now with these machines, and they're incredibly safe, as you've seen with the past several recounts that have
Mhm.
been done in the past 10 years. And it's always wonderful to, it's okay to check and make sure. But once you've made sure, I feel very comfortable and very proud.
Let's switch gears a little bit and broaden out to the rest of the state, because Tulsa, Oklahoma City, and communities around the state are having a difficult time attracting poll workers this year.
Indeed.
I know I've heard that some people are concerned for their safety because of things that have happened in other states. What do you see as the biggest driver in people not wanting to be poll workers this year?
Well, first, just to start off, it is a long day. And of course, it's always been a long day. But you're right, things have changed. And um, while everyone, does their very best to keep us safe, it can be a bit scary. I can only imagine. And so I'm assuming that's the problem. And then COVID, but at least in Tulsa County and the counties that I've been in contact with as well, they've had great secretaries like Gwen Freeman in Tulsa. She just wouldn't have any of it when it was peak COVID. She said, if you don't want to wear a mask, you don't work. You know, we can find someone else. Thank you, but we would really like to keep everyone safe.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
And
very
and
lucky.
so I want to encourage folks that um, that are listening from around the state. Chances are very good that in your own community they need poll workers, and so I would encourage you to please reach out to your local election boards, because they need the support, and we need to maintain the integrity of the process. And the way that we do that, and the boards have been wonderful in balancing Democrats and Republicans, and that continues. But how would you encourage someone, besides the glowing testimony you just gave of the feeling of doing good for people?
Yeah.
What would you tell people about trying to jump in and be a poll worker this year?
Well, it is so it will make you so proud to be a citizen and to help your fellow man. And honestly, it's feels good when we have a lot more Democrats signed up.
Mhm.
And it feels great. So not that it's a competition, because because at every precinct you will have a balance.
Right.
But at those bigger precincts, you'll have an opportunity for a fourth um, election official. And if there happens to be more Democrats, you'll have an extra human being that they can pay. And again, you do get paid for your training, and then mileage if you have to drive. They will try to, if you want to be close to where you live, because it's an early morning. They will do their very best to get you working at a precinct near your home. Um, and if not, for some reason, um, they will give pay your mileage, pay a little bit of mileage, and then you do get a paycheck. So
You said that when you volunteer, you will be so proud to be a citizen, and that reminds me of the fact that Oklahoma has a number of new citizens this year who will be voting for the very first time. And the folks that we get calls from, this is so different from places where they may have been before, and they're thrilled to be able to vote this year.
It's
And
beautiful. It really is.
we keep reminding everyone that poll numbers are just numbers unless we all turn out to vote.
Right.
So, but the focus today was just to I think reassure folks that our votes do count, and that our process is probably among the finest in the country.
Agreed.
And so I want to say thank you to you for not just your work as a poll worker, but everything you do to elect Democrats in Oklahoma. Your energy is infectious. You're just a great person to be around, because I always, after I leave you, I always feel just a little bit better than I did before that. So thank you for being with us today, and thank you so much for your work.
Oh, thank you guys so very, very much.
I'll look forward to seeing you soon, Megan.
Sounds great.
Thank you. Well, friends, I would not be doing justice for Alicia if I didn't do the same thing that she does every day, which is remind us that we're very close now to the election. New poll confirms that Joy Hoffmeister, who will make an incredibly strong governor for all of Oklahoma, is now statistically tied with the person who is temporarily in the governor's mansion. And I cannot think of what a great future Oklahoma has if we do our best to get everyone we know educated about our candidates, supportive of our candidates, and then get them out to vote for our candidates. Speaking of voting, we've got a brand new effort that I'm really, really fired up about, and that's Souls to the Polls. We'll be talking more about that in the weeks to come. In fact, Alicia will probably talk about it at some point during her show this week. So, friends, I just want to thank you for tuning in. I love the fact that you take a few minutes out of your day to find out what's going on with your party, and to stay abreast of news that is helpful to me, because although we have a communications meeting every single morning, a lot can happen in the course of a day. And so when Alicia comes to you live every day, it's really with the latest information that will help us all. So I encourage you, if you possibly can, to tune in to the fall opening segment of the January 6th hearings tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. We'll be playing that in the background as we work here. So if you can think of any way at all that you would like to help, reach out to a volunteer. And as I said on the Hamilton Report last night, if all you can contribute is 2 hours on a Saturday to make phone calls, write postcards, drive a candidate to knock doors, whatever you're comfortable with, even if it's 2 hours one day, our candidates need you. And I believe that all of us stepping up is a sign of our hope, of our resilience, and a promise of a better Oklahoma. Well, thanks again for tuning in. Alicia will be back with us tomorrow at 4:15. So until then, you guys have a wonderful evening, and please take good care of yourselves. Thanks again for joining us. Bye-bye.